Okay, I guess we're live and the clock says 6:01 as a matter of fact. So I will call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda. You've all received the latest update on that, and what is your recommendation?
Move we adopt the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We have a quorum, by the way, so we're in good shape. So the agenda as presented has been revised. Old business minutes of the last meeting. You have all seen those, and any changes or corrections?
I move we approve and adopt or accept the minutes of the previous meeting as presented.
Okay,
Second.
moved and seconded, all in favor? Unanimous? Which brings us to new business. And the applicant has requested that these two items be moved to the next meeting. So you have all seen that letter from the applicant. I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept and approve the request of the applicant to move that item to the November meeting and table it for ourselves so that then we have nothing to act on there on it.
Okay, a motion to move this item. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
That only need to be voted on one time? So is this the same applicant, or does it need to be two?
It's two applications, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll make that two different.
Okay, well, let's vote on this, or did we vote on that one?
All right.
All right, well then, Mr. Chairman, I make the same motion as regards the second item on the agenda.
I'll second that.
All, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Yeah, the letter that they wrote just indicated both of them at the same time. Yeah, so,
It's two items.
okay. Well, staff comments, you are it.
Well, maybe we can do better next month, right? Get something to actually do. But as far as what's going on in community development, Bobby has received some, our city engineers received some more civils to look at. So we're still having new stuff kind of trickle in. We've got a lot of dirt being moved in Connors Landing and a few places in Mirror Lake. The nodes that they're actually got their LDPs that are moving land. We've got Charleston Place 3 that they've about got their curbs in.
Okay.
Twin Oaks is actually pulling permits. Gold Point, all 15 of those homes are under construction, and they plan on being done by Christmas. Move in ready, so they're all sold there. So we've got a lot. Twin Oaks is going. We've got a lot of good projects that are going now. Fuquay is getting closer to getting all everything ironed out on that and moving forward. I think he's planning. I heard November, actually submitting and to get going on that. So we're excited. A lot of stuff is going on as far as in the development stage. Not a whole lot of developments going vertical, but Arbors off of Cleghorn and Anderson, they've got several buildings that are going vertical on them. So we're seeing a lot of action, and projects still are trickling into the community development department. Ron is actually still going through the book, trying to tweak some stuff, so he'll probably have some more amendments to the zoning ordinance on the next meeting, hopefully.
Now, I had heard that Fuqua was going to announce the grocery store and the restaurant
Well-
Any word on that?
No, I think the grocery store is still kind of tight-lipped. I don't know. I hear rumors everywhere, right? Like this store's coming here and this, but he is not, to my knowledge, made that. No, not, I don't even think to the city manager.
Well, what I'd heard is he was going to announce
Oh, that'd be
this
nice.
week. so-
Yeah, people are, excited and want to hear, so.
And what about Avamore? Is anything started with Avamore?
No, council gave them an extension on their zoning, so for another year. He is looking to modify a little bit, but what he is requesting, we think is a major modification, which means it would have to go all the way back through you and council, so.
Oh, wow.
Yep, some of the rear entry stuff that they had in their concept, they're wanting to go to front entry. The builders that he's looking to sell the lots to are saying that won't work, for them, but we'll see where that goes. But no, we're still kind of where we're at on that. But we're hopeful that it'll get going and be a good project, so.
It's not necessarily in order of anything, but sometime it might be nice to have Mr. Barber or somebody from the staff kind of brief us on what the heck is happening with the city and water.
Yes,
The last council meeting, Tom indicated that that was the number one priority and issue for the city and the council. Would be kind of nice if we could hear or get involved
Yes.
somehow in what's
Yeah.
going on.
I agree, that'd be good.
Not necessarily water, but sewage. I think it's not sewage, I think it's not a water issue. I think we have water, we have the capacity to get water. It's our ability to treat sewage and to move wastewater throughout the city efficiently with lift stations back to the treatment facility. I think that's where our real issue is. And that's what I personally would like to hear explained to me from a city perspective before because there's some questions I would like to ask developers if I had more information to ask them.
Right.
Such as, what size do you need is a 2-foot main, is a 3-foot main, is a 4-foot main? How much will that hold? What capacity will that hold? Does 180 houses equal a 2-foot main or a 3-foot main? How many we need before you'll need another lift station? How far will that lift station extend into the future? How far will that lift station be able to carry us, as far as future developments go? Could that lift station be tied into? Could that lift station be shared amongst the cost
Right.
amongst multiple developments? These are questions that I don't know the answers to, and I wish the city would kind of fill us in a little bit on it.
Right.
So that when we're asking developers questions about their development, see if they've taken that into consideration before we just give them the green light, and then we run into a sewer problem, and then you end up getting sued by a developer that's gotten the green light, and now they can't build because they've got the yes, but now they've got the no because there's not the capacity.
Right,
I
yeah,
think that's more of an issue than water is sewer capacity.
Well, Tom's comment was water.
Yeah.
yeah, so, just what little I've been briefed on, so we're trying to get away from the individual lift stations and go to more regional lift stations. That way we do not have as much maintenance. We can handle, 4, 5, 6 subdivisions. It's more cost efficient. Everything south of 20 is a pinch point where it goes under 20. We have a 6-inch or an 8-inch that goes under 20. That's why development is staggered on the south side of 20. So that is a big problem, and working regional lift stations into that area. The capacity at the west plant is, we still got good capacity in the west plant. The problem with expanding the west plant is that we do not have a large enough creek to take the treated water and put into the creek. So trying to work on a fix around that, if they'll let us go further back upstream. The water that we're treating is cleaner, it's drinkable, right? When it comes out of there, you could drink it. But there's still, the EPD and EPA has these regulations, you can only put so much in that size creek, and that's what's gonna kill us on a expansion, but they are working with engineers on a workaround on that.
What about spray fields? Have we thought about spray fields
We,
as an
we,
option?
there has been some discussion on spray fields too, yep. I know a lot of municipalities, I don't know where they're going with that, it's way out of my expertise, but, yes, there has been talk about spray fields and, reclamation of water, like, you know, gray water uses and different aspects that you can do for individual houses. But yeah, everything's on the table right now. And then the water issue is, I think that we have capacity. I think we pull 1.3 million gallons a day that we have capacity for, but we do have to buy some from Carroll County. They're going up to market rate before long, and so we're trying to find other markets. Douglas County, we do have a tap with Douglas that we've not used in years, that we can get water from there. Trying to find cheaper water to supplement what we have.
And there was discussion at one time, I think, of possibly tapping into another water resource over off of North Van Wert, not far from where Twin Lakes is. There's another lake not far from there. We're talking about possible annexation, bringing that in
That'd be
to
good,
make
yeah.
that a possible, another water source as well.
Well, I don't know how it would work, but if we could somehow get some time for
Yes.
questions and answers, that would be
Absolutely.
great. So,
Make a note of that. Let's try to get somebody to come to speak, whether it's Tom or John Bain would be a good one
Yeah.
on the water and sewer issues, and see if we can get somebody. That'd be
okay, well,
great.
thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to say that one of the things that concerns me right now, talking about giving status of all of these different developments coming online and, you know, people moving dirt around. I've been in this business for, I don't know, close to 50 years. And so I've seen a good share of downturns, recessions, and slowdowns and things. And this time we're in today, the economic situation has the earmarks of being able to turn pretty serious. Don't know what it's going to bring over the next 6 months to a year, but I've lived through a number of really bad depressions, recessions, and downturns. And the one thing I don't want to see is what used to be a field and is now covered with vacant new construction. And then I don't want to see the developers selling that to non-occupant investors just so they can turn it and rent it. And we have, Villa Rica turns out to be then the bedroom community for Atlanta. You know, there are a lot of things there I think we need to be mindful about and be careful as we go forward.
No question, question.
Question.
Okay, with that, we'll close staff comments and open it up to public comments. So anybody that would care to address the commission, please come forward, state your
Uh-oh.
name.
Dave Laddick, 9783 Reflections Drive, Muir Lake. Just a little update on your question, John, about Fuqua. When I was at the luncheon last Wednesday and talking to Jeff,
Yeah,
he indicated that he would be giving an update on December 1 regarding the grocery store, and he said possible steakhouse, which would be nice.
December 1.
December 1. But the question was asked, would it be a Whole Foods store? And he said, definitely not that. So, so anyway, just a little update on that for you.
Okay, appreciate that. Thank you, David. Anybody else care to make?
They needed 300,000 to get a Whole Foods in
Yeah.
your neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So it's
Not enough quinoa eaters around here for that.
Anybody else care to make any comments? Yes, sir.
Well,
Please state your name and
Rich
address.
Myberg, 58 Legend Drive. Tom was mentioning the downturn in the economy. I'm a traveling salesman, so I have the radio on all the time listening to Business Channel. And if we're not been in a recession for the last 2 quarters, we seem to be headed that way sometime next year. Interest rates on homes are now up to 7%. With the next two 75 basis point raises scheduled for November and December, that interest rate on homes could probably get up to 8% or so, and that will really deter a lot of people buying houses. So if we overdevelop and have a lot of vacant houses or vacant land, that does not behoove this city.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's,
And while 7 or 8% is bad compared to the 2 or 3% we have had, I have lived through times where the rates were 18 and 19%, and I'll tell you, that is no fun.
well, and of course, the next thing to be concerned about are developers withdrawing,
Yes.
that we've already approved, because they can't get financing.
Or getting a project halfway developed and then walking off and leaving it, and it becomes overgrown with weeds, and it's just a ghost town.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Well, those are certainly all legitimate concerns, so. Last chance.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I move that we adjourn.
Is there a
Second.
All in favor? We are adjourned. 6:17. I think it is.
I was late today. My real job got in the way today.
Thank you, Tracy, for coming. Talking with who? Oh, okay.